back by say 15, 20 years. You're back in school and you did not finish your assignment. What would you do next?
Tell a story.
Exactly. So how would you do it? Sir, I have a tummy ache.
Not well, not well.
Tummy ache, sir. Sir. Is that how you make it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is always a lot of masala we add to stories. Now, in BNI, as a business person, what drives you? A challenge drives each of us. A challenge of capturing business, a challenge of being better than your competitor, a challenge of presenting your business to your client in a shortest span. So to achieve this challenge, you need to be experts in storytelling. Now, what exactly is storytelling? Let us forget about business for a second and let us look at a Bahubali. That's an epitome of movies, that's what I call it. So Rajamouli has done an amazing job with storytelling. What exactly has he done there? He has painted a beautiful picture of a city that never existed, a beautiful picture of characters that you never knew before, and then the theme. So the core of storytelling is the characters, the scene that you create, and then the history of these characters. So each character you look at, there is a history behind that character. Let it be Devasena, let it be Bahubali, let it be Katapa. Everybody has a history behind that. So when you do storytelling, this is something you need to focus on. When you're trying to pitch a project, when you need to take the customer back into history, where you started, how you started. So that does not mean you take hours and hours explaining about your history, but you need to focus on relative history for that project. Another thing about storytelling, how do you captivate audience? How do you get focus? Anybody?
Talk something common.
Talking something common that is relevant to the audience. So you need to understand your audience to have them captive for your story. Next thing is keeping them engaged. So engaging is where you ask questions, you elevate your audience, you let them speak during the process.
You know about their interest.
Exactly. So understanding the audience interest will bring in captivity. So if somebody is very interested in movies, like we have our Vinay Bhai, he is very, very interested in movies. In fact, one of the goals for 2019 is to become an actor.
Oh.
No. A villain. But we'll not talk about what specific he wants to become.
No, the therapist.
Yeah. So now when you're trying to pitch a project to Vinay, talk about how you succeeded roping in a director, how you achieved a project with the director, and he will immediately want to work with you because he's going to get a connection there eventually. So that is where when you know your audience, you have the captivity. One more thing is addressing by the name. We always forget. One common thing I observe is we call sir, madam, but this is very generic. You could address by their name. When you say Vinay Bhai, there's an attention that you get from the person. When you say Rudraj, there's an attention you get from the person. So always address by the name rather than trying to use a generic jargon like a sir. These are common words. Next thing is energy. So this always happens with us. We start with high energy, we come with a lot of motivation, and then when you see a crowd or when you see a bunch of people, things start dropping down. So this is where you need to keep focusing on your energy. Try to keep it consistent. Don't break it in between. You start with a certain energy, keep it incremental but not decremental. This is very important for storytelling. Then the final thing is, you need to keep it very factual. We could cook up a lot of stories, we could add a lot of unwanted facts into that. I'll give a very simple example. This morning when Rituraj announced the chapters in India have passed on 14,10,593 referral. What does that mean actually? Does it make any sense to anybody? But the moment he said, this has converted into 927 crores of business. That is where the fact has converted to information. This is where anybody, let it be a visitor, let it be a member, there's a motivation in you. You realize that, okay, so when a referral comes, there is possibility of business. This is where the conversion happens. This is the worth of this amount of referrals that have been passed. So it is very important when you pass on a fact, it has to be converted to information. Time up?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll quickly wrap up. So in the process of evolving, we have forgotten that we have the artistic side of us. The left brain is the logical side of us, the right brain is the artistic side of us. So in this process, we have let the left brain evolve and we have forgotten about our right brain. If you start letting the artistic side of you, if you let the Rajamouli in you wake up, I'm definitely sure we all can do amazing job with presenting our business to our customers. Thank you.
Super. Thank you, Mr.